Hi guys, I'm back again for the weekly oracle reading. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Anne, and in this video I'm going to be giving a general love reading focusing on divine partners. That includes soulmates, twin flames, karmic connections, and twin rays, and anybody that is connected to you in a spiritual level. I hope you can stay tuned and watch this video. I'm sure there's a message for you. Okay, well, getting close to the end of the year and we're right in the middle of December. It is something that I get really excited about, and a lot of people do, because like I explained last week, we're coming close to the winter solstice, and the winter solstice to me is a sacred time because it's like a new energy is about to form in our lives and in our environment, because it's a new sun that is going to be coming in. So it's like a celebrational event. That's why we have like all of these like holidays during this time, and we celebrate with lots of light, lots of brightness. And summer solstice is also in different parts of the world, so that's another time where things are slowly closing down, and it's like the days get a little bit shorter, and here our days are going to be getting a little bit longer. I get excited when the solstices happen, either it's summer or winter, because I know that there's changes happening. And I know a lot of people get a little sad because it's like, oh, but it's this or it's this and it's this. I'm not going to put any ideas in anybody's head, but I hear it all the time. And you know what? I say, whatever, you know what? It's whatever you feel about it, but you should celebrate because it is a time of rebirth. And that's what, to me, winter solstice is all about: rebirth of a new sun that's going to be forming. And as we get longer in our days and we start to increase energy, and we start to just, I know wintertime we hibernate, but my point is that we start to like open up something new. And that's where the new year comes in. 2020, as I mentioned before, it's going to be an amazing year. I'm telling you, lots of spiritual things and magical things is going to occur in our lives, and we have to be prepared for it. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, if you don't like the holidays, I know a lot of people talk about, the holidays get them down and, all that stuff. But like we all know that deep down inside of us, when we were growing up, maybe there was some part of you that really loved it. Dig deep to that part of you that felt excited. When you get excited, you become excited. I get excited for the smallest little things. I even get Santa Claus excited when I go to the mall. I don't believe in Santa. No, in case anybody was watching, I do believe in Santa. Let's put it to you that way. So, whatever, when I see that energy of Santa Claus, I get all excited. And you know what? It's like, oh, it's like that energy. And I've placed it on my social media, as many of you saw. We all get excited for something. It's just that energy from when we were a kid. We just bring it right back. So it's kind of like, remix. Okay, let's get some new feelings and memories out. We get all excited when we see that magical time of getting excited for the Christmas morning time. And I always say, do something special for yourself. If you don't, engage in this holiday, or if you don't want to engage in the holiday, let's put it to you that way, try to find some kind of light inside of you that you can feel happy. When we go into the new year feeling rejoiced, happy, revived, you know what happens? We call on that energy. I grew up knowing that, I was taught that it's a lucky time when, on New Year's Day, when you're happy, your whole year is going to be happy. Maybe there's truth, maybe there isn't. I feel that there is. I don't feel it's a myth. I really do feel it. If you bring in the new year feeling down or negative or anything like that, you're actually pulling on some kind of feeling of just negativity. Okay, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because it is coming into the winter solstice, summer solstice, and you know what? It's a good time to rejoice. Okay, the first card I pulled was Awakening. Awakening for divine masculine. Something is occurring. Something is actually happening with the divine masculine energies, where we've been seeing some things like stagnant for a while there. And this is a very beautiful card. Look at those colors. Very beautiful, very vivid. We're awakening to something brand new, and divine masculine gets it. Divine masculine starts to see that. Though they're not really like open to a lot of things. It seems like divine masculine tends to put away that feeling that they can do it. You know, sometimes they give up. It's the ego-based energies that happen with divine masculine. And I'm not stereotyping that's the way men are or women are, but it's more of like the divine masculine craves like a sense of security, and if they don't have it, they automatically just like hide away from it because they don't want to bruise their ego. You know what? Ego is a part of us. We can't erase ego. Ego is a great thing, okay? But when we use ego to mask out, and if we using it for our own needs and, you know, just pushing ourselves up there because we feel we're better than everybody, that's not a good thing. Awakenings happen when you start to enlighten and open your eyes to certain things. And that's when you erase the ego and you start seeing things, kind of like with what we see when we see a rebirth of something, like the new sun that's going to be coming in. It's a new beginning. It's a new change. It's an awakening. That's the awakening, like a sunrise. Remember, like the sunrise when we see it? I mean, I always post it when I go out into the sun, and I love to see the sunrise when I have any chance I have over the water, because it's the most beautiful experience, as many of you know if you watch the sun rise over the water. And you know what? It just brings this like feeling of a rebirth inside of you, and that's the awakening. That's what a sunrise to me is an awakening. Meditation to finding what that awakening could be. Now, awakening doesn't necessarily mean it's just in one particular area. No, awakening means that you are awakening from something, and divine masculine is starting to feel it. Meditating on what you feel, meditating, if there's something or situation, it's very important to meditate over it. I meditate all day long, and I'm not saying that I'm like doing ums all day long or doing some type of ritual or anything like that. No, I close my eyes right where I'm at, on this chair normally, or on another side of my bed, or on the couch, or anywhere I can get where it's quiet, or even outside if it's warm enough. And I just close my eyes and I just call upon God and ask for guidance and ask for peace and ask for the knowing of what it is that I need to know. If you do this every day, pray, give it to God, let it go, release anything that you're holding on to, I guarantee you're going to feel a lot better. Surrendering that part of you to feeling that awakening happen. New beginnings. There we go. A change of a new beginning. As you can see, this woman is flying into the air. I believe she's an angel or a woman. I apologize for the no clothes on, but that's just the way the card is. It's beautiful either way. It's beautiful artwork. I love it. And the baby is there, and as you can see, it's a new beginning for rebirth, awakening. These cards came together. Divine masculine is getting it, and divine masculine sees it, and divine masculine is starting to understand it, because there's been some shaky times this past year. Yeah, a lot of us experienced. You may have experienced something with your divine partner, and you know what? It may have been that you're separated still, and maybe you're not together. You know what? That happens when something needs to be corrected. This general reading is showing that there's a new beginning. There's a change about to happen. If you're separated from your divine partner, something's about to change. I mean, I'm not telling you you're getting back together right now, or I'm not telling you, I'm not going to tell you something, because it's what the messages are coming through. So what I do is I reveal the messages, and how you take them is basically the message. Okay, got what I'm saying? So new beginnings, meaning that there is something occurring. 2020, okay, if you're separated from your divine partner in some type of way, maybe you're physically with that person, but maybe spiritually you two are not seeing eye to eye. Let me put it to you that way. Like a lot of people ask me questions. Oh, was this directed towards me? I like I said, it's for the collective. That's why I have to rephrase what I'm saying, because sometimes I get questioned after my reading videos. Every storm must pass for that clearing to happen. So when you're separated for a purpose, whether it be spiritual or physical. Every storm must pass. Every storm must die down, like the regular storms as we see them all the time. When they kind of like wind down and things just start to like settle in, then change can happen. That awakening is occurring. Something beautiful is going to happen. When we're separated from that person, if it's in a physical sense, that energy is there constantly winding them up, working on themselves. When you're connected to your divine partner, let's say it's your twin flame. Twin flames can be together, in harmony, or they can be together in a very crucial, dramatic way, and it's not good. It's not good. So they need to be separated. And sometimes it could take years. I mean, I'm not here to tell you how long you're going to be with, or how long you're going to be separated. I'm just here to say that when divine partners are separated, regardless of what type they are, there's always a purpose. Sometimes they can go on many, many years. Sometimes they can just go on for a day. I mean, everybody is different. It's all about what you need to do to work on yourself. When you work on yourself, you automatically work on what it is that you're supposed to bring out there, because there's a lot of things that we don't realize, and we have stuff inside of us and we're still holding on to it. And if we don't release it, and we don't understand it, and we don't allow it to be surrendered, how do we correct it? How can we be with our divine partner when we're not knowing how to love ourselves? And the reason why we don't love ourselves, because we're holding on a lot of grief, or we're holding on sadness, or we're holding out on something that has occurred in the past that we could never get over. Like I said, when I said earlier about the holiday season, Christmas, to me, it's more about like bringing in that inner child out. And when you bring that inner child out, you automatically release anything that's tough, or anything that's stagnant, or anything that's just been sitting there. You don't realize that it's been sitting there, and you need to, start over again. Starting over again for that awakening can actually bring two people back together. You can do it. It takes two people to work on themselves. Maybe you're ready, maybe they're ready. I mean, whoever is ready first, they'll both have to be ready. Okay, so maybe you find that you got it together, and hey, I know I got it together, and I have the faith. I have the faith. Divine feminines have the faith that it's going to happen. It's going to occur. That's beautiful. But when there is something there still, it can't go on. When your mind is telling you, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, you may not be good. To be honest with you, you don't know when you're good. You don't know when you're finally good, because that's sometimes your mind wants you to be good. You understand? And it's time to just speak your truth. When you speak your truth, divine feminines, you actually release it. Maybe there's something that you need to say to your divine partner that you're holding back on. Yeah. This is a little touchy subject, when we talk about, speaking out and reaching out to that person. It's not my place to say you need to reach out to that person. But if you're with that person and you're feeling something that you need to reach out to that person wherever they're at, speaking your truth can actually clear some things. When we clear the air, I know I always have to clear the air. It's, I guess, Scorpio and me and Gemini moon. I need to let it go. I need to release it. I need to say it. Even if it's not going to be good for that person, they're not going to like it. They're eventually going to like it, because it's truth. You know what? When you speak your truth, I'd rather hear the truth than hear a bunch of lies. That's just me. I like to know where this person is coming from, rather than humor me and go along with me, because that's not going to do me no good, and it's not going to do them any good. And you know what? It always comes out in the open. You know what I mean? The truth always comes out. And then you look at that person and you go, why did they tell me this? Or why did they say this to me to make me feel better? That's not truth. That's not having the trust that you gain from that person. You need trust. That's a beautiful card. I love, looks like Bambi and butterflies. How beautiful. I just noticed that, the butterfly. I love these cards. You know what? And I always get these vintage cards always come to me, and they always speak to me. You notice them, but then you don't really notice it. It's something I'm going to meditate on. It's a beautiful card. Trust. Trust into what your heart says. And when you speak your inner truth, divine feminine releases, and that's when self-love can happen. Oh, another very vivid and colorful. I can see it. It's just beautiful. Angel of truth, angel of self-love. Perfect timing for revival inside of you. And when it comes to revival, it's meaning that one thing, new beginnings and changes, that you can actually make it happen. But you can't make it happen if you're always looking at the glass half empty. Yeah, sad, but people do that. When you're going through a challenging time, and it doesn't have to be in a relationship, it could be just something in general in your life, that it's difficult for you to feel positive, feel like a, I always call myself I'm trying to be a cheerleader 24/7. It doesn't always work out that way, because there's always something there that can just pull you down. And you know what? I say, whatever, I'm going to just look at the bright side of things. And then automatically, boom, I'm lifted up. Yeah. Yeah. Anything can bring me down. I'm so empathic. I am so sensitive that when I hear something, I feel it in my heart, and I hurt for that person. If I feel something going on with that person, I take things very, very serious. Like people in general, not I don't take what people say to me serious. I mean, I could, but I don't, because I feel when people say things, and that's a rule of thumb, guys. When people say things, when they're rude or they're negative towards you, it's usually not towards you. And if it's a stranger I'm talking about, or just an acquaintance, it's usually because there's something inside of them hurting. Either you take a step back and you just ignore it, or you just try to, cover things up and not allow it to bother you. I personally can't always do that. I have to walk away because it hurts me. It not hurts me personally, but it hurts me because I know that they're going through something, and then I'll go talk to them once they cool down. However you work it, it's all about expressing your truth and giving the love during this time, because I find that this holiday season, it all represents one thing: love. That's regardless of whatever holiday you're celebrating. I hope you're celebrating the new year at least, because it is a spectacular, beautiful event. I love the numbers 2020, 2020. How beautiful. And it's a magical number to me, because the twos all have such a popular energy towards them, and I'm just excited about it. It's one of those times that you have to get excited about things. And that's why I always like to say, do things that make you feel good, especially if you're going through something. When you're going through something, find the little things. I know worry, doubt, negativity can just set in, and it just sits there, kind of like it's stagnant. Let it go. Talk to a friend. Get out there. This is a time to spend time with your family, with your friends, with people who can uplift you. It's not a time to, dwell on it and think about it too much, because when you do that, you automatically call upon negativity to bring you down. And then you know what happens? You brought in the new year feeling last year's stuff. And then what happens? All year you're feeling last year's stuff. The following year, when you go to 2020, 20. Sorry, guys. My brain is like an overload. 2021, you're automatically bringing in what you felt previously. So it just goes on like a dominoes effect. So let's try something new. Now's the time to start planning. Now's the time to start putting those plans and itineraries together. I have my planner set. I'm already starting to write things down for what I want, my intentions, and the things that I know that will happen. I just got to believe, have trust, have faith. I know God is there, and God is always there, always comes through for all of us if we believe. And that's what you need to do. Just believe in the power of the light inside of you, because it lives inside of you. When you do this, you manifest your dreams. Believe, trust, faith. I'm not here to pound, any type of, thought pattern in your mind, but positivity is the way to go for 2020. Try it. Plant a little seed. You'll be surprised. The people who feel the most down during this time can actually be the ones that inspire you next year. Like you could see a total 360. Something is not right, correct it. Something is not making you feel comfortable. This is a time to, put those, I know we talk about New Year's resolutions and we don't like to go by them, but they're good, good like a goal kind of thing. I like to do this and I like to do this and I like to do this. We hear a lot of, I like to quit sugar. I like to quit eating so bad, or I like to quit smoking, or whatever it is, what you like to do, put it down. I am going to, not I would like to. You got what I'm saying? It's affirmations, positive affirmations, not New Year's resolutions that by January 10th you're going to fail, because that's what usually happens when people put out New Year's resolutions that are just too much higher. I am going to, in the year 2020, going to blank and accomplish it before the end of the year. You have 12 months to put it together. If you fail, if you fall, if something occurs that you don't end up making it happen for that one time, you slip up, no biggie. You know what? Try it again tomorrow. Every day. Keep trying, like a baby. When we were kids, when we were babies, we started walking. Did we start walking like perfect and start running marathons? No, we fell down. But what happened? We got right back up. Yeah, maybe mom or dad or a caretaker, whoever was taking care of us, helped us get up. Or, we learned how to do these things because we kept on doing it. Same mindset. It's tough. It's difficult. If you're looking, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get in shape. You're going to do it. Just say it. Maybe you might not get to like the 100% goal, but if you're even at 50%, you've done it. You've done it. Whatever, or 30% or 10%. You know what? I don't know the percentages. I don't like to give out percentages because they make me nervous. But you got what I'm saying. It's more of like you just want to keep it going. You just want to keep that motivation going. I know I do. I'm forever working out, guys. I love working out. Not because, I love to torture myself with sweat sessions. No, because that's not what I do. Every day I have a different workout. Every day it's something different. If it's walking in the park, if it's even cleaning the house, I count that as a workout, guys. Just simple tasks count as a workout. Lifting weights, to me is a very big part because it makes muscle mass and it helps anti-age you. Yeah, seriously, it helps your bones. It helps everything. Okay, I'm not going into fitness here because I know a lot of people get uncomfortable with it, but I'm just talking about a little bit of what happens when you do lift weights or resistance training, bands, or even simple push-ups on your knees or whatever. You can get better. And I'd like to talk about this, maybe make a whole video about fitness, because that is one of my specialties as well. It's something that you could do in order to improve yourself. Healthy eating, always number one. Healthy eating, fruits, vegetables, water, plenty of sleep. Those kind of things nurture our body. If our bodies are not feeling good, our spirit doesn't feel good. We feel sluggish. We feel tired. We feel, I don't feel like getting out of bed. I'm tired. It happens to me. I slip up. I eat bad sometimes. I take things on that, I shouldn't. And you know what? That's the thing. You get better tomorrow. So everybody is not perfect, but if we can just try a little bit better, we can be better. I like to do these things because it makes me feel better. It gives me a ton of energy, and my smoothie routine is still going on. I've talked about it many years and it's still going on. All of those things that I talked about before, I've modified things, but I'm always changing, and it's like kind of like that's life. We evolve spiritually and physically and mentally, and we all have to do what we do to make us feel good. Okay. So, lots of good messages, lots of powerful messages that I felt, and they just keep you going and keep you uplifted. Write down any messages that came through. Maybe there wasn't something that resonated with you right away. Normally they don't sometimes, and when they don't, it's mainly because it's a message that's going to come through, or they could resonate with you right away. Like I feel like right now, like, wow, I know exactly what the message is coming towards me and what was being said to me. And everybody should do this. Meditate. Very important with meditating over certain things. Write down what messages you got, meditate over it, and it will help you to understand what the messages were. Maybe you might just, like get a flash, and then that's how it works. Okay, so the messages are not coming from me, but from the divine, and that's why I like to, give these videos out, these messages out through these reading videos, because it's a positive energy exchange, and I love being here with you guys. It's an honor to be, you know, on your phone or your computer or your smartphone or wherever you're watching this TV. It's kind of like, to me, I feel like you know, we're connected, and we are. Okay. So if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer chat, phone, and email readings. The links are down below in the description area in my blogs, along with my articles and other information about soulmates, twin flames, my other videos. I have several others. I hope you can visit and get some information if you're looking for it. If you have any questions, you know, shoot me down in the comments area. I love to hear from you guys. I really do. I've been pretty busy. I've been trying to keep like active as much as possible, but I'm organizing it all. So I have different times that I do everything. And please be patient when you do book a reading. Sometimes I get overloaded, and I try my best to get everybody. But if there's like a gap, a long gap, and I didn't get back to you, or I didn't tell you there was there's going to be a delay, reach out to me, and I guarantee you I will get back to you as soon as I can, because it's just like I said, I sometimes get bombarded and the emails just come down. Really important when you do book a reading to fill out the submission form, because like I said, I always star it so it comes like first come first serve. So the sooner you finish it and you send it, I'm going to get it right away. So it's going to be in order from all the other readings. Okay, if that makes sense. It's the best way for me to do it for now, because I don't really have an assistant to do all these things. It's just me. Okay, so until next time, God be with you all. I love you guys. Namaste.